Hey, what's up guys? And today I'm going to be talking about the most underrated things about Rec Room. I don't have much else to say, so let's get straight into the video. Firstly, the thing that everyone knows about, cheers. Now, everyone just assumes they're little pointless things that exist in the game, but they actually are pretty useful and actually can be used to spice up your profile and make yourself look more experienced at Rec Room. So as of recently, I've been saving up quite a lot of my cheers. Well, I've been saving up all of my cheers. So I have quite a few pages of cheers, and I'm actually saving them for a very good reason. So if you look at this part of your watch right here, you see all these cheer icons. The more cheers you get, you start to earn all of these cheer icons as you collect your cheers. And having all the cheer icons, which I actually thankfully have all of them, actually enhances the way your profile looks, and in my opinion it looks way cooler. And not just that, every time you accept a cheer you get some XP as well, which helps to getting levels that get you closer to level 50. So why wouldn't you want to do it? So I know a lot of people already know about cheers, but that's just to show that they actually do have a use. Now you don't get a lot of XP from it, but it's free and everyone has a whole bunch of them. The next thing is something that was pretty hyped to start with, but slowly died down, and that is Rec Rally. Now I know a lot of people hate it, and to be honest, I kinda do, but I believe it is a bit underrated, and here's why. So Rec Rally is like any game that just came out. It's not gonna have a whole lot of updates right as it releases, so I think we need to give it more time to add new things before we start just jumping into saying it's bad or it's boring. I get it, there's one map, but it is going to improve, I am sure of it. Like, it's new and it already has 4.8 million room visits. That's more than some Rec Room originals that have been in the game for years have. Like, if you look here at Legacy 3D Charades, it only has just over 250,000 plays. That is nowhere near as much as Rec Rally has. But we'll get onto this one shortly. So I know it has a lot of plays because of the fact it was really hyped when it first came out, and some YouTubers got early access on it and stuff, but the hype instantly died, and that kind of sucks, because the servers are so dead, and you can't even play it when it's the weekly. Like, right now, as I'm recording this, it's actually the weekly, and I want to do it, but the servers are actually really dead. So, I'm not saying this is underrated, I'd say it's well rated, but I wanted to put it in this video to say just don't have a whole lot of hate on it. It's new, right? I know Rec Room, the game itself, has been out for ages, but, like, the Rec Rally just came out, give it some time. They're very new to, like, the whole kart physics. I know go-karts existed way back in 2016, but like these are different. They have a whole new bits of technology. We have to just give it time to grow, okay? So I don't think we should all give it a lot of hate. So the next thing I want to talk about is, yes, Legacy 3D Charades. Now, there already is a 3D Charades that exists, but this is a slightly different version. I'm not really sure if this one's older or what one's older or what this one really represents, but there's two different ones. Now this one, no one knows. It's right at the bottom of the Rec Room Originals and it's basically hidden. And I actually like the map to this one more than the classic 3D Charades. That could also be because I've played normal 3D Charades a lot more. I think I've only been in this room once, but it's actually a pretty cool map and it deserves a lot more plays. It's the exact same game, I think it has the exact same words, it holds 8 people as well, but it's besides the point. It's exactly the same as the other 3D Charades, but with a slightly different map, and I honestly like it more. I just like how it looks. So I don't really have a necessary reason why people should play this, but I just feel like it deserves a few more plays. Next up, I'm just gonna say it, soccer. Now I know no one likes this at all, but there is one thing. I have only played it about 3 times, and I actually really like it. I have met no one that likes it. No one at all. And I actually want to play it with people, but no one ever wants to. It actually is a really fun game. Even though it's a complete knockoff of Rocket League, I still think it's kind of cool. The physics where like us as players just knock the ball around, like there's no cars or anything, it's kind of a bit funky, but it's actually pretty fun. And considering it's pretty dead and no one ever plays it, you probably actually are pretty fresh to it, and it's gonna actually be a cool experience that you've probably never played in Rec Room before. So yeah, why don't you give it a try? I'm not just going to be talking about Rec Room Originals, so I'm going to move on to some other stuff now. So once again, this is another thing that everyone knows exists, but the Celebration Cake. Now this is one of the top 3 coolest food consumable items in Rec Room, in my opinion. Now, you can literally blow out the candles and by grabbing them or breathing on them, by making sound into your mic, and it's actually really cool. It's an interactive food, and it actually looks really cool as well. And no one really appreciates it or ever uses them because they're actually pretty expensive. I personally haven't bought them, but I get them quite often in boxes, and they're actually really cool items. So I don't know why it's so untalked about. If your friends got a birthday in Rec Room, pop a bubbly and have a celebration cake. I don't think I need to say anything else about bubblies though. They're not underrated at all. They're amazing. Everyone likes them. But if I'm being honest, I use them quite a lot, and I don't really care about them that much. Like, I literally threw one off a map in a custom room once, and I couldn't even get it. So, they don't really bother me. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the feedback tool. Now, this is a tool along with the Maker Pen and the camera. Just in case you didn't know, you can access it through your watch by going to your backpack and tools. It's along there with, as I said, the Maker Pen and the camera. And it actually has a pretty good use that no one really knows about, and I'm sure not many people even know it exists. It actually is designed to give your thoughts and opinions on bugs and stuff to rooms. So a lot of people complain about stuff in Rec Room, but if you have a problem, that's what the feedback tool is for. And this isn't just for Rec Room Originals. You can even use the feedback tool in custom rooms to tell some of your favorite Rec Room creators that create rooms your opinions on stuff. But if I'm being honest, I don't think I've ever used this before myself, but it actually is pretty useful. So, as I was talking about earlier, Rec Rally, if you have issues with that or feedback, as it is called the feedback tool, give some feedback and the Rec Room devs might work towards making fixes or changes as the Rec Room community likes. Okay, I just checked, and you actually can't comment on Rec Room Original rooms. Yeah, as I said, give feedback to all your creators and stuff, and just tell them how you feel about things. But yeah, even though I just checked and you can't do it on Rec Room Original Rooms, I still think you shouldn't shame it, and it's a great thing in the game. Now, I thought I might quickly squeeze something in. Now, this is one of the few things that I think are in the game that are underrated, that I think should stay underrated, because personally, don't like them. And that is the high five spells. Now, this is one of the two different ones. It's the magic one, and this is the high five gold. And they go for pretty cheap, so you can buy them quite easily. Now, people use these so much. They're so annoying when you slap your hands. Thank God they actually are pretty underrated, because I hate them. So yes, that is one of the underrated things that I just want to say that should stay underrated. Now, everyone knows about film. No one cares about it, right? And I thought the same until one day I looked at one of the 3 films. I think there's 3 in the game, and there's one called Dawn, and it actually looks kind of clean. I was taking some pictures with the Dawn film, and I realized it actually adds a nice vibrant pop to images. So the black and white one and the other one, which I believe is called Sepia, I think that's how you pronounce it. I think they both look pretty garbage. The sepia looking one is exactly like the Dawn one, but more darker. So the Dawn film is what I'm talking about here. All the films are underrated, but the Dawn film I actually think is really clean and should actually be appreciated more because it actually looks good. So I know whenever you get film in a box, you're like, oh, and then you tap it. I mean, at the end of the day, even though I think the Dawn film looks good, I still do have a lot of them and get it quite a lot. Like, I do like it, but I get it way too much. Now, there is one more thing I want to list, and that is another thing that's underrated that I also want to stay underrated. And that is all of these KO things. Who here agrees with me? The KO things that I have hundreds of them. I think I have around 2,000 of them. Now, every time you get like a kill in paintball or Rec Royale or laser tag, if you have one equipped, it puts like the little pop-up above the head, and it's like a little icon thing. It's like makes like a little spray sound, and like it's so pointless, and like I don't like it. And you get so many. Like when I always grind my daily because I've gotten quite a few bubblies from it, and 100 tokens, and I like doing my dailies for like the easy reward, right? But when I get a KO icon thing from my activity complete / daily complete boxes, it's more irritating than film. And I only just realized this now, but you can actually buy them for 150 to 200 tokens for I don't know how many it gives you per set, but they're pretty expensive. I don't know why anyone would want to buy them. So I've listed things that are underrated and should stay underrated, and a couple things that are underrated and shouldn't be underrated. So that's the end of today's video. Let me know if you like these kind of videos where I sit there and talk about something, because I'm trying something out, because I've seen a lot of Rec Room YouTubers do this, and it allows them to upload videos and create them a lot more easier because they don't require as much full-on editing. So let me know if you like them, and I might do another one about something else in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later.